Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm just gonna play around here tonight, running some trains, checking some cameras. Jebber Stins, how are you? From the 30. Hey Joe, can you guys hear me? Make sure if I have anything going on. Okay, cool. So I'm just around some different camera angles. I got a train running around, cleaning the track. I'm just messing around down here. So I pull a jack, Joe. Just gonna let the trains run. Not really looking to do anything much as far as you know talking and stuff like that. But, hey, Rick, and they are no whatever. How's it going, Rick? I don't know. Just figured I was down here and turn the thing on, see what happens. Well, most of it, yeah. For some reason, when I pull up a fourth camera, that's when things get all wonky. Everything gets really choppy, and so I just figured I'd go with the three pretty good angles. You see the one there at the top is coming around just past the Crooked River Co-op. Uh, Eventually I'll bring that one down closer to get a better view of things. Um, on the far right is after we come around the top of the peninsula and back towards the opposite side of the peninsula. We just moved the Christmas story house in there and there's something to look at. And buy that one. So you see kind of the back of things. And the one that's going by now in the bottom left, that's the top of the peninsula. But I don't really get much scenery there. I've had a few bushes there, some small colored bushes. Experimenting with that. I did order a bunch of ground foam, and I did find some super leaf. Not in all the colors I wanted, but I got a few colors. So the only thing I'm having an issue with is the fact that uh, it's cold, and I really don't want to be on the garage spray painting super trees. Because I have a whole box that I haven't done anything with yet. I really don't feel like going out there. It's just really cold. So between, I don't know how well things will dry. I guess I could try to do it with my airbrush. Try to clean it with that. Yeah, that's a possibility, I guess. So, All right, I'll tell you what, hey Robert, uh, I'm gonna attempt to move the one camera from the bottom left over here to where I'm messing around with the river. I kind of around with that. Let me get you guys' thoughts on something, okay? So stand by on that. See if I can actually make this come over there. Let's see. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I just have to bring this one. I don't know if I can bring that work. It won't work that way. Hey, Artie. I just want to change, buddy. Just kind of doing a jack, kind of going live with it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of bring this back. All right. So I feel like it's in the picture. Yeah. All right. So what I did was I cut down some foam. So I'm going to bring these legs down a little bit. So I want to kind of get under the bridge there instead of way up. All right, so you can kind of see the river in the back there. So now, what I'm trying to do, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do. You guys stopping there. So the river back there tends to open up more this way if I'm looking at it. So I got this 1/2 inch foam I cut to fit in. And this, don't mind this, I'm just trying to get a general kind of curvature. It's going to kind of open up here. Same thing on that end there. How well you guys can see that. Come in a little bit closer. You see that okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the pink foam, and I'm just going to glue the riverbanks in. And we're like a little island in here, not all the way down, just around the middle pier. And then like the right side, I think is going to be a little less rapidy. It's all going to be kind of calm, but I don't want, like the right side's going to kind of die off a little bit and be a little more calm, a little bigger riverbank. The left side's going to have a bigger, shorter, narrower riverbank and a wider river. This is my plan. So I'm kind of messing with that today, just trying to get the foam in place. So I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that. I can't really bring up that camera, I don't think, by itself. No. I don't think so. No, I'm sharing anyways. So if anybody has any thoughts on that, on the bridge. Either way, we'll use that as a scene instead of over the other way. I should have to turn down that locomotive. It is really loud. Now I have to go into the settings and turn it down. This is Joe Raider, Robert. Marty. Hey guys. Running around. Hey, good evening. Well, everything's good. Just running trains, buddy. Cleaning some track. I thought I'd turn on the camera. I've been messing around here. Some trains going around the bridge here. I'm trying to get some general idea of how I want to do the river. Put that foam out. Use that. It's a half an inch, so I'll use that as the river bank to kind of start the river bank. And the pretty low jippers things, jumping things. I guess I hide everybody that's in here. So. So I mean, as much as I want to do switching and stuff, which I do, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video the other day. I tried to cut it down. It was like a 40-minute video. I cut it down to, I don't remember what it was, 10, 11 minutes, somewhere in there. However, I do like to just sit down here once in a while and just let them run. Troy, you're buddy old pal. Well, it doesn't include my face. That's why I have it looking at the layout. So anyways, Troy, I was talking to Troy a little earlier. So I laid the pink foam in there. And then what I'm going to do is the foam that's on top right now, hey Dwayne, is just to give me an idea. I'm going to cut the foam out, but I'm trying to get an idea where I want to cut it out at. Thanks, man. How about the bridges? Appreciate that. I still have to do some more weathering on them. When I actually finally get to pouring the river and working on the banks and stuff, I think I'm going to have to actually take the bridges out. So I've been kind of lazy about wanting to do it, just because once I take them out, I'm not going to be able to run trains. Obviously, because I won't be able to span the river. I won't be able to run them around. So I've been kind of lazy about that. But now that the backdrop's in, I can kind of start thinking more about it, more about doing it. So I have to build up the banks and the hillside coming down. So that'll be good. I have some ideas on what I want to do. What you guys been up to today? Pretty cold Sunday here. Just I've only got up to about 12 or maybe 15 degrees, something like that. What are you talking about? Are you like cameras and stuff? Yeah, I like the idea, but I think eventually I'm going to probably try to get it more of a desktop that's a little stronger. I don't know if that's the problem I'm having is I'm trying to run it on a small laptop. It's a little bit older, a few years old. So, I mean, it's probably pretty good for most things, you know. And I'm fine right now. I don't think anything's really too choppy or anything. It's once I put that fourth camera in, and I've had to cut the resolution down on all the cameras. I can't have them on their full resolution and everything, because then it really gets choppy. But that's okay. You know, you get the idea at least. Then I gotta move the cameras around a little bit. Like that one in the top left corner is not at the best spot. I think I could probably put it in a better spot. And eventually I'll have these in like more permanent areas, like up in the ceiling of the upper level, probably, things like that, so that they're more tucked away and stuff. Figured I'd pop on for a little bit. I know Sidetrack Sunday's on tonight. I don't know who's on. Is it Jason tonight? I don't know who was last week. It was Rick. Or no, wait a minute. I think it is oh my gosh, what's his name? Mobile Newtown. Ray. Ray Bobel. I think it's him tonight. Quote me now. I'll tell you what, I love them little Walters mainline 2-bay hoppers. For the price, they got just enough detail. They run really well. You know, they're right in that $20 to $25 range, which anymore it's a decent price for ready to run stuff. Metal wheels, metal couplers, you know. So I really like them. Both of those 2-bays. But I got a kit up there too. One is I think it's a what do you call it, AccuRail kit. It's an older rib side one, and they're fun to build too. It runs well. Also, I mean, I put metal wheels and metal couplers on it. It only comes with plastic stuff. I think that one might even have horn hooks. Where's your train? Yeah, I got 3 cameras up doing, popping around here and there. The cameras obviously don't follow the train, but not that high tech. Oh, that'd be cool, like a security camera where that would move and follow. I'm assuming those are way more expensive than what I want to spend for this. I know I'm just checking some emails. I'm just hanging out and running trains, man. For those of you who didn't know, I know Joe's not a big fan of model train stuff at a 10% sale this weekend. Tonight's the last night for it. And it's pretty much on anything. I think the code was 10 winter, something like that. Are you guys making over to Amherst? You guys up in that area? I don't think you guys are. Maybe you are. No. They get hit with a heck of a storm up there. Boston area. I told my wife Friday night, I was thinking about, and I was seriously thinking, I always wanted to go to that show. I seemed like getting up early Saturday morning, like, I don't know, 3 o'clock, something like that, because it's about a 7.5, 8 hour drive without any issues. I halfway thought about it, and then I would have had to stay overnight somewhere, you know. But I ended up not, obviously, doing that. And I'm glad I didn't. If the weather was what it was, you know, it would have been a mess. Me trying to get up there and back. Yeah, a train like that has a bunch of figures on sale. People. That's cool. Okay, Artie. You take care. Feel better, man. You you had a nice live stream. If you would have been this morning, me was last night. KPA, Dave, I'll drive to your house, pick you up, and we can go. Yeah, I think it's over now, but yeah. It'd have been all right. Yeah, I think I already got himself a case of the Rona. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it's tested. I know he got tested for it. I don't know if he came back positive or not. Either way, he's got some kind of cold or flu. He don't feel good. He was kind of fighting it. He was fighting it yesterday in his stream. He did. Oh, hey, Kevin. Kevin Brown. Is that right, Kevin? Kevin Brown? I didn't recognize KBA. How's Tony doing? Redbird Tony. Check on this medicine. Okay. Joe, did you, when you get back, did you start the big kit? The Valley Cement? That's the one I want. That's the one I'm interested in the most. And that's the one I want. No, not Brown. Okay. Not bad. There's another Kevin that's out there, I believe in Indiana. He lives out near Redbird Tony. Unless that's you, maybe you're thinking of the wrong person that Tony's friends with. No, man. Yeah, what's Fort Wayne from Cleveland? 4 hours, 6 hours? It's about 2 hours, 2.5 maybe. Toledo. It's not too far from Indiana. Another an hour or so. Ballpark. I'm running that train around that I switched out. What was it, yesterday afternoon? I posted it yesterday night. And, I actually did the video like 5 o'clock Saturday morning. Time I got around to posting it. So, an hour, about 3 hours roughly to here. Turnpike, anyhow. I bet we ought to meet somewhere in the middle. The weather gets nice to go around kind of meet you out at like Deshler or something out that way. I love that place. Or maybe if you know some better places over there by you, or Wayne. Because you, trying to think here now. Willard stuff runs, I mean, you get the Newcastle, runs under the Willard, across Ohio, and the Deshler, and I forget what it picks up there in Deshler, and runs into Indiana. CSX, I don't know what's going there. I can't remember. I think it's the Garrett. Garrett's it picks up on essentially. So we're gonna leave on that there. And that actually runs in towards Chicago. I don't know where it actually is. But it's in Garrett, in Chicago. And Frankfort Lane on this map, I don't see it. And then it's Minneapolis. Well, actually right there. You guys up in the north, right? In the northeast corner there. Yeah, so I think runs from Desher west. Astoria suburb, Nick looking out. I'm going south, north and south, right? Maybe not. That's a cool place too for Astoria. Yeah, I've never chased 765, Kevin. Um, but I mean, I've ridden it. It's been here in Cleveland. Yeah, Astoria, Iron Triangle Park there, Rail Park. It's pretty cool. We was there with Pappy and another buddy of mine, Justin. Over the summer, we went up there. And we went up to Dashler, swung by North Baltimore, where the big CSX intermodal yard is, which is what I'm modeling. Main reason I'm modeling this area, I'm modeling is for that yard. I'll get up on the second level though. So, it's pretty flat. No real hills, little hills, but no mountains or anything major. And I think they have, I counted them, seven of those big intermodal cranes up there. Well, I think they're all electric too. Hey Joe, welcome back. I was just asking you if you started on the Valley Cement yet. That's the one I'm really interested in seeing you build. That's what I'd like to get. Yeah, I don't know if I actually posted a video or anything from that day. I had taken some video, taken some pictures and stuff when we all went up there. I don't think I ever made a video of that thing, but I think it kind of got away from me. And then it's been so long back. The silos in the Central Valley Cement or Valley Cement kit you make, Joe? Those are basically the same kind of silos that are in the grain silo kit, right? If I'm not mistaken. Those can be a real pain in the neck. Trying to get the seams all stay together right. I know I had to sand the seams down. I had to fill them with putty, and plastic putty stuff, and sand that. And it ended up okay. I mean, I can still see them, but not as prominent. I tried to weather the seams. And actually, I had a set of silos I actually painted with that textured paint, spray paint that was textured. It helped a little bit, but Hey, Tiny Tom Train, Steve Moore, how are you? Yeah, it's a real bear, Joe. And, some of it is, one of those kids are notorious for warpage and being in the box, that don't help matters any. Hey, good to everything. Thanks, buddy. How you doing tonight? Yeah, just some different camera angles I was playing around with. I was actually messing around with the river scene there a little bit, trying to figure out how I want to cut that out. Anybody have any ideas on that? Yeah. Hey, Rick. Good, how you doing? Yeah, Joe, I think all you can do is get it as close as you can and then go from there. I'm debating when I build that kid how I set it up. Um, might see if there's a way to take those silos and put them up against the wall as a background building to see how I utilize the area. So, may not build them completely, but I'm going to have to figure out how to make that look right, you know? There's the way they did the silos, if I'm not mistaken, you have to have the sides on a complete 5 pounds, no joke. Yeah, that's one of the big fat boxes, the big heavy boxes. Oh, baby, I called you Rick. You meant Scott. Sorry. Can you make the silos out of sometimes? Well, no, there's a lot of guys that use like a PVC pipe, which I may look into doing that. Honestly, where I have my grain elevators, if I didn't have the climb there behind it, which I gotta hide still, um, I think I would have ran the main line in front of it and then put it up against the wall. I actually think that would have worked out better, but I had some limitations. PVC no seams. That's true. They're nice kids. They're nice silos once you get them together. Just train in the garage in Spain. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Just running some trains around, trying out some good camera angles, shooting the breeze. Yeah, I might try that too. I might try that for the cement plant. I can't get that to look right up against the wall because that's going to be hard to kind of cut those vertically to make them fit up against the wall. When I'll cut my damn hand off. So that'd be kind of interesting. I don't have a table saw to run them through to try to cut them down. That'd be the ideal way. You can somehow stabilize things and run them through a table saw. But you'd have to keep it from rolling, so I don't know if that would work either. Yeah, toilet paper rolls too, but you have that roll line on it, so you have to, I don't know, cover it with something, wouldn't you? So you wouldn't have that line, or you just weather it up, so you know what I mean, to kind of. Yeah, for HO, the paper towel rolls will look better. For end scale, like Dwayne is probably the toilet paper rolls. It's just because they're shorter, they don't bother cutting them probably too much. Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Yeah, it's a layout in progress there. What's your name? Train in garage in Spain. Um, did you say that already? I'm gonna send it back here. Welcome in, man. Like I said, we're just kind of shooting the breeze and just running the train around. Nothing too crazy.
Gary, okay. Okay. Yeah, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. I bought that plastic. Well, I didn't buy it. Technically, I bought it. I got it as a Christmas gift from my wife. I'm going to do that candy factory with those plastic pellet transfer facility from Walters. Anybody ever put that one together? How hard are those? See those other two kits that you have there, Joe. Well, the one anyways, the Glacier Sands. And that was a nice kit. Those silos are a little already in a circle. You just have to put them together. Pretty easy to hide. Easy to hide the seams on those, the horizontal seams. And the way I painted mine, you wouldn't be able to tell. Dwayne's whole grain facility is stretched out. Wouldn't mind getting into that a little bit more. I have a lot of kits though, but maybe work on kit bashing or scratch building some complementary buildings to these kits to go in these facilities, you know. I think basically Joe did a lot of that with his cement plant too. No, Gary, those are Walters kits, truss bridge kits. I painted them. I'm in the process of weathering them. Got a ways to go on that, but thanks. If I was that talented, boy, there'd be some talent there. There's guys out there that can, but yeah, Dwayne, that's true. You know, a lot of guys don't like the grain facility from Walters. I don't know, is it like not as modern, like the modern day running? But then again, like you said, the head house and everything like that, especially, is the same as everybody got the same kit, you know. And that's what they do, you know, they make basically something that's pretty classic that you can use in many different areas. So I like it. I want to add some of the more modern. No, thanks, Jeff. Yeah, that's what I run. I was an old B&O, C&O chassis guy, and I like that for the older stuff. And then for all this modern running, I go with the CSX. So, what I was talking about. Oh, I do want to add some more like modern silos to that grain elevator that I have. I'm still debating. I'd like to add a wharf kind of deal for the barge to offload, kind of like up near Perrysburg, Ohio. Kevin, maybe you know up that area a little bit by Toledo and Anderson, the Anderson Company silos and that up there. I think that the older silos they're abandoned now. I think, but nah, Jeff, I never worked for the railroad or anything. I was a truck driver for 21 years, and now I'm a nurse. Been a nurse going on 8 years. But yeah, so I've always kind of been around transportation. My dad was a truck driver, had his own truck and everything. Always kind of been around it. Always been fascinated with trains. I'm not as like schooled on it as a lot of people. You know, some people like know stuff like the back of their hands, different routes, and different. I did see that, Joe, the GP30 from Scout Trains. The CSX slugs are too old. The scheme is too old. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm loose, Kevin, that's kind of what I'm loosely going after. I thought about putting like just a little area for a small, like barge to offload grain. Yeah, Gary, I like them running a little slower. I've never been one that likes to like run them like a crazy hell speed, you know. It looks more prototypical. And they don't tend to jump the tracks as much either. Oh, yeah, another Gary. SDP 45. I ain't know, man. Good to see you in there. Just running some trains, man. But yeah, going back to Anderson's and Toledo, that's kind of what I was going for. Um, it's all about, guys call it, I call it proto lance and proto freelance. Yeah, heck, excuse me, that's what Joe. I mean, I'll kick them up a little bit, depending on what I'm running. Like when I was running that juice train the other day, I had that kicked up a little bit faster. I just feel like that would be a train that would be a little more of a speedy freight, you know what I mean? Just like intermodal would be. Intermodal's tricky, man. My track works pretty damn good, and these run pretty nice, but I still like to jump from time to time. Um, yeah, it's that. What is it? CMX? Is that what it's called? It's that track cleaner. It's that brass car. So it's a nice unit. It's probably out of juice now. I'm gonna refill it. Just one of the things that was on the list to do today was just clean them. I usually try to run it around once a week, once every other week. Just depends. If I start running a little sluggish, clean it. I wasn't planning on coming out for too long. I wasn't going to pull a Jack 24-hour deal. Yeah. Yeah, he does run a little slow, Joe. I got this set at, I'm on an NC Power Pro Cab, and I run on the 128 speed steps or whatever, so I got it set at 41 speed steps right now. That's what this is running. That's usually where I stay, somewhere between, depending on the locos, I'm running 37 to 45-ish. 35 to 45, I'll say. How about that? It just depends. These will run for some reason. These will run a little quicker. Now I'm only running a handful of cars on this train. Yeah, maybe 12 on there or something. But that intermodal train, I had 2 ES44s running on it, and I had that picked up around 45 or so. But a lot of my intermodal was metal cars, so it needed a little more juice. Yeah, like when I painted my track, Gary, I did use a piece of like balsa type wood to clean the paint off the track. I used a bright boy, wood, or even a piece of road bag, clean a piece of road bag with it to clean the tracks, which was real heavy dirt, like when you painted them or something, or they were doing some ballast and you had glue on it, This is just like farm, they're just regular cloth type pads that they have for them, and it's alcohol in there. 100%. Hey Jerry, and they expected me on that box car, Jerry. Love it. Picked me up in a good way. I love it. Oh, I'm going back in the chat a little bit. He says your bridge seems going to look amazing. Thanks, buddy. Like I said, I was just kind of messing around, trying to figure out where to cut the river out of this big phone. Kind of use that to start my riverbanks and stuff. Obviously I'm going to do more than that, but Trying to get my channel basically cut out of it, you know. Derek Alexander, how you doing? Yeah, just playing around camera angles. Tornadoes, Houston. Yeah, Jeff, Pink Center, and something else. Oh, come on. Where it does come on. All right. I'm afraid to do too much. I'm sharing this. I have these cameras up, so I'm just screen sharing. So, that's why I'm not in the camera. Once you guys are to this point on that, I'm sure. I did buy that stuff that Ron Strings and things recommended for putting in the rails. It's like a paste grease kind of looking stuff. I haven't tried it yet though. He seems to love it. I don't know who else has tried it. I can't think of the name of it now. AX1 or A1X or some kind of deal. It's in a tiny jar of stuff. There's like, that was like $3-4. So if you're rather than buy it, maybe I'll try it on siding or somewhere. See how it goes. Who's doing Sidetrack Sunday tonight? Anybody know? Of course, it's Rainbow Bell. He said that him and Rick switched spots because Ray was out of town. You trade tonight, Jerry? Cool. Boy, that always turns into a. It's always fun. Joe, yeah, I saw that. Go back to what you were saying about that GP30 that Scale Trains announced. They're pretty neat. I'm just kind of surprised that they announced like two different road names or two different versions of like the Rio Grande. And but I think they could have added something else. You know, I think the next round they're supposed to do a Burlington Northern and a green and black scheme, and then I think chassis system too. And the CSX one they did, it's just for me the paint scheme is too old. I don't even know if the GP30 will be something I want to have. I think I want to go a little newer than that. GP40, 40-2, something. For my short line. I would love it if they did it. If they would have done the GP30 in, yeah. This is on the next one. Well, Dwayne. I've heard about that too. Using that stuff on the rails. But if they would have done the GP30 in undecorated, then maybe I would have gone with it. I just have a hard time stripping down a perfectly good looking locomotive from XYZ paint scheme to paint my scheme. I just think it's kind of. I don't know. It's hard to me if you want to do that. I pulled that track cleaner off while I was running. Stupid idea. I thought I actually derailed it. I didn't. Yeah, Joe, same here. Did stripping a $200 paint scheme. Like I said, I did buy a Bachmann. You know, it runs okay for a Bachmann. It's just DCC. It's no sound. Plan was to strip it down. It's a GP No, I don't know. I can't tell the difference between any of them. I want to say GP38, GP40. I don't know, somewhere in that range. So I'm gonna strip that down. Derek, this is multi-webcam capture 4K. What's the name of it? Multi-webcam capture 4K. One before and the letter K. Seems to work okay. I don't know. I was talking to Jim Tedesco because him and I were playing around with these cameras there for a while. I don't know why you showed it. So what? That's what I was saying. Oh, he seems to think maybe I need more of a desktop kind of computer or a newer, like stronger laptop, which is possible. But once I get the fourth camera up and running, they start to really, it's jerky, sputtery, whatever you want to call them, very choppy. So I don't know if I just don't have enough juice to run them. I don't know. So Joe, let's see. All root name engines are all old blue box. So. Blue box are pretty low cost. Hard to kill a blue box. I mean, you can always upgrade the motors. I don't. The only thing with blue box is you can hear them coming, that's for sure, without having a sound decoder in them. I find what caused what the jerkiness in the cameras. No, not really. If that's what you're talking about, that's what I say. I think I either need a different type of program, even with kicking the resolution down on these cameras. Then it gets really, really blurry and it's not good. So I'm fine. I'll use the 3 cameras for now. Figure it out. So. Let's see. Something back here. Of course, somebody asked what the CRC TV-26 is that Dwayne uses, and then he answered like this. It helps with electrical flow. I heard that. And just like anything. Yeah, Jeff, I took the cleaning car off. The tank car was at CMX, I think is what it's called. The track cleaning car. It's a brass track cleaner. So I've been running around for a while, so it was done. It was empty, so I took it off. So I'm going to pass the second camera here in a second. But like I said, Dwayne, there's been pros and cons with that too. That CRC stuff. I don't know if that link will work. Now, this program's not free. It wasn't much, but I thought maybe if I paid for something, it would work better than something that was free. But it works good. It's just I think I need more juice. Steve Childers, let's use that himself. Let's see our see. Yeah, it's very fine coded. Yeah, Jerry, it's webcam capture 4K. Sorry, multi-webcam capture 4K. It's a Microsoft program, I guess. I don't know if it would work with like Apple stuff. I don't know. I don't know about computers. What's his name recommended it? Jim Tedesco was using it. And no, it wasn't Jim. It was somebody else. Okay. Anyway, it looks good. I like it. Hey, John. Sorry, good. Just hanging out, running trains, checking out camera angles. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. That's going to be the bridge scene is hopefully, if I can do it the way I envision it, is going to be a really like key scene. You know what I mean? We're going to get a lot of nice video and picture shots and stuff from this area. And it's like right when you first walk into the train room and you come in through the swing gate and everything. It's like the first things they're looking straight at it. So yeah, it's just really cool. And with the new backdrop and everything up, it just made just really the color behind that green, I think, just really makes it pop. So thanks, John. Hey, Tom. Screw Rock, how you doing? Water under the bridge. What am I going to use? Well, I'm thinking I'm going to go with like that resin stuff, that epoxy, some kind, whether it's whether I go with like the Woodland Scenics type stuff, or whether I go with stuff you can buy at the store up at like Michael's and craft stores. I can't think of the name of that stuff. Envirotech, I think is what it's called. That's what I used on my little pond I had on the other layout. It worked out pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. The river I had on the old layout was strictly made out of. I painted it, and I used Mod Podge on top of it. Mod Podge, whatever they call it stuff. Create like ripples and stuff. Put blue under the bridge, represent water, and blue is shift to the blue. I could. I'm going to use that. Bought a bottle of that Woodland Scenics Murky. It's called Murky. It's like a greenish brown color. You know, here in the Midwest, most of our rivers are kind of that murkier type color, you know, around the Great Lakes and that. We're going to the Great Lakes. You get more out west, you get that more of that heavy blue sky type look. This more of a greenish brown. So that's what we're gonna go with. I didn't have any blue foam. That's what I had was pink. And it's gonna get all painted anyways. I just have that down. I'm gonna cut the river out of it and use that pink foam to help start the base for the banks and stuff. It's just 1/2 inch. My layout's on plywood, so I built that up a little bit to make the what do you call it? Work the bridge abutments. So I have about a 1/2 inch block of wood underneath those abutments. So I'm going to kind of keep that as a level start, and I'm going to build off of that. The basements won't be too big. It's going to be mostly like river bank, probably. I actually thought about putting a road or something down one side, and muddy waters. It wouldn't seem as expensive, but for what I'm going to use this for, maybe I would need 2 boxes, maybe just one, I don't know. I used that Envirotech last time, and it worked out pretty good. Well, so either way, I'm nervous to do it. Yeah, Luke Talon has some good videos. I haven't seen much from him lately. I don't know if he's been doing anything or not. Jeff, this is 2 levels. It's an around the room climb, though. It's not a helix. That camera on the top right is actually, the top left is actually sitting right underneath the climb. If you look directly above, you see a piece of wood there. That's the climb. The track is sitting on top of it. Goes up the famous incline, yeah. I haven't tested that incline in a while. Hope everything's still working up there. Made some track like warpage, not warpage, but like with the colder weather, it's kind of had some movement. And most of my stuff is just nailed down, so I didn't glue too much. Other than where I'm going to ballast, of course, and that'll help glue things. But there are enough gaps too, so I don't want to get a bunch of stuff. Pushing curve incline. It's like, I tried to keep my incline around 2%, somewhere in that range. Maybe a little more here, a little less there. I tried to get it as close as I could. That's just going to strictly be a way up and a way down. You know what I mean? It's not something that's going to be necessarily in view. I try to hide most of it. Maybe at the lower elevations, I may use it as part of the scene. Horseshoe Curve is awesome. Been there a couple times. It's been awesome. Okay, Gary. Hey, thanks for stopping in, man. Anytime. I'm part of a group that does a show on Tuesday nights. on track Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we alternate, there's 4 of us, we each take a Tuesday. If they want to catch that. And I do every Thursday morning, 8:30 Eastern time, I do CRNE morning brew. If we're gonna jump in there, if we were up that early in the morning. And then once in a while, I just pop on like this, just for fun. So I'm gonna get ready to get off anyways. Like I said, I was just testing these cameras out and running trains. Smells like dinner's about ready, so I'm gonna go grab some of that. Okay, Gary, we'll do, man. Take it easy. I do like that sharp going on the river, I'm not gonna lie. It's amazing what a bad truck will do. I know it's not necessarily economical for everybody. It's not really economical for me either, but I made up my mind that's what I was gonna do this time around. I'm just gonna stick with that. And I just paint like a basic blue with some clouds until I can afford to continue on. And as I get them, I'll move on. Like I've seen, they call this area probably start over here. And then what'll happen is as I am ready to move to the next section, I'll go ahead and pick up the next set of backdrops into those. Yeah, Ken. I hear you there, man. But me in box number 4. I don't think I can. I can try though. See if I can. I don't think 11 can next. How's that? Can you hear me now? Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that, buddy. So kind. See, All right, how's that? You hear me now? I know, yeah. Does it sound okay though? No, we'll go with it. Sounds good. All right. I don't know why you want to see me in the box. The layout's much better looking. Oh, hey, Chris. You'll be able to go home. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I messed up some settings at one point or another because my audio is it's terrible there. And I went back myself and watched a couple of my live streams I've done in the last couple of weeks, and you guys have been saying to me that the audio's been bad, and I don't know what changed. Other than maybe I had a setting out of whack or something, so I played with the settings a little bit. Don't know what I did necessarily, but apparently it's a little better. I would like to eventually get like just a standalone mic, a little more professional, but you know, I mean, because I'm no big time YouTuber or vlogger or anything like that, podcaster, you know. So, thanks, Derek. Yeah, I agree, man. You know, I hate to be like, yeah, it's awesome, you know, yeah, me, but it really looks sharp with the backdrop and everything. And I've been in love with these bridges from day one. The color I picked on these bridges is just, to me, it's just perfect. But you know, what country road? Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy? Just stopping in. And then wait, I missed somebody here. Who's that? South down switching layout. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, guys, I'm just kind of just been playing around down here. I was messing with the river scene there a little bit, trying to figure out how I want to cut the banks out of the pink foam. Kind of nervous to do anything with it, to be honest with you, because it's like such a focal point. That's the word I was looking for before, focal point. That I'm afraid of ruining it. But at the same time, I'm excited. I want to get going on it too, you know. So I don't want to rush it. And you get in a hurry and you make mistakes, you know. And then sometimes you only get one shot at it, you know, especially when you're pouring that water in it. Whether it be Envirotech or whether it be Woodland Scenics or whatever you go with, you know. Hey, yeah, Mike Farrell is here as well. Yeah, almost bedtime. In a couple hours. But is Dwayne still in? I was telling him. So I did order some more fall colors. To do trees and bushes and stuff. So I'm excited to get that stuff. Boy, it's hard to find like the super leaf in that. Any way to limit icons on the camera screens. Oh. What did I do? Don't do that. You told me not to do that too, and now I'm doing it. There we go. I'm sure there is a way to do it. How, I don't know. Which name? I did it. I ruined it all. All right, am I back up here? I think I lost it all after a minute. So I have to look into that more, see if I can get those icons out of the way. That'd be a way to do it. Cool. Panic there for a minute. If you minimize the screen on the webcam program, it kicks you out of all the cameras. So I had to quickly try to remember what settings I had them all on. But, yeah, there's got to be a way for me to do that. I'll have to research it more. Yeah, it really does. Really, really does. Bring it out. And, you know, it's nothing really. It's just basically a bunch of trees repeated, you know. And, but it just gives a nice back setting and everything for your foreground scenery. And, yeah, I'm just really looking forward to getting to it, you know. But one step at a time. That had to go in before I did a bunch of scenery work, you know. I didn't want to take a chance of, you know, having to remove everything, or it's just easier to not have a bunch of stuff in the way. So, well, I still got a lot to do. Just, you know, I guess we're trying to do a benchmark. I really need to finish up the second level. I have banker board active. Yeah, it's true. Honest to God, that's all it is. It's just the photo and the way it's shot and everything, and you know, it's amazing how it works. If you guys remember the old layout, I did have a backdrop behind the mine, and what the river was on that one. It was really not the right area. I was modeling more, you know, CSX country, Appalachia, eastern United States, Midwest. But it was more like Rocky Mountain type scenery than that backdrop. But the way it was set up, they pulled you into the scene and kind of down into a valley. It was so cool, man. It looked like the area was maybe 18 inches wide, and the track was literally, because I didn't plan for it, things right, and the track was literally maybe an inch from the backdrop, and it looked like it just went on for miles and miles. It was so cool. You ever go back and watch some of my older videos where I shoot stuff around the mine area and the Crooked River? Yeah, you'll see that, and it just totally sucks you into that scene. It's really neat. Sorry for yawning, guys. I guess I'm boring myself. I don't know. Yeah, I have some more plywood to buy. Into the peninsula here. I have to figure out what I'm doing over here. Where you first come in, where the swing gate and everything is. I have to get that figured out for the second level. I want to at least have it together. Have all the basically have all the wiring up there. Bus lines run. Tabletops down. Backdrop board at least, and the backdrops. And then before I get too far along with any scenery, because then you get a lot more dust, and you're drilling and you're screwing things, and just making more mess that way. So, plus then you get things in the way, so I don't have to worry about damaging things while I'm trying to do bench work type stuff. I'm just tired of doing it. That's kind of why I stopped. But, I'm hoping by spring, maybe over this winter, getting that, it's kind of like goal over the winter to get the rest of that tidied in, tied down, whatever you want to call it, finished up. I think I focus on mostly scenery work, laying out some of these spurs, laying out some of the industries. Like I did that switching video I put out yesterday, early this morning. There's nowhere for me to take any of it. I switched it all out in the yard and ran around the layout with it, And I don't really have anywhere to take it. I have no industry spurs or anything in yet, other than the Crooked River Co-op. That's it, but nothing else. Where to take the box cars or tank cars or anything yet. Thanks, Alex. The room feel really different. It feels smaller. Well, yeah. And I think once the backdrops are in, I can't see through the stud wall because I built a wall for the second level for the backdrops and on the second level, like a knee wall kind of thing. Once I get those backer boards and stuff up, I won't be able to see from here to the other corner. That's why I was trying to get some cameras in so I could see what's going on while I'm sitting here at the workbench. I can see, and while the train's going, I can watch it just for fun, for one thing, but if there's an issue, I can see. So that's kind of what my thinking is on the cameras. Because eventually this work table is going to go in the furnace room behind me. So that will open up some space here where my table is now. That won't be for a little while. Video channels. You know what? That isn't the right thing. Oops, gracious. Yeah, it's a good sized room. I cannot complain. It takes up most of my basement. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'll see you later. Oh wow. I mean, I think we're all kind of shooting for that professional look. That's kind of my goal with this layout. I will have the fascia boards up and things like that, a balance up top. There's a lot of work to do still. But thank you for saying that. It's a, that's my goal, is to have it look really nice, just in the room, like a piece of furniture in a room, And then I want things to just really be able to, like with your balances and your fascia and all that stuff, really focus on the room or on the layout, and not so much the room itself. Because I can shut the room lights off, and with these LEDs that I bought, it really frames out the layout itself, just the tabletops. So it's pretty cool. But I do want to put better lighting in here as well. What I'll do is I want to put balances up on the ceiling there, above the layout, so you have like a top to it, so it like brings out the second level too. And I put lighting underneath that. And then I think the room lights, I'm going to move some of these lights, so we can just like LED tube lights in the aisleways. And then turn on or shut off, and then I'll basically be able to just have the lights on the layout, focusing on the layout tables. I mean, that made any sense, I have no idea. But as far as the space itself, it's an L-shaped room, but if you were to square the room off, it'd be about 20 by 20, 19 by 20, somewhere. Let's say 20 by 20, because I got 19 on one wall, 22 on another wall. And I got 10 across this way, back up 10 into the L. But like I said, if you were to square it up, it'd be about 20 by 20. Now I'm not using all of that. Only that L is the laundry room. So it's hard for me to really give dimensions on it. It makes sense. Yeah, I am definitely fortunate to have this space. And I realize that a lot of guys do not have even a tiny bit of a space I have. And, you know, and that's why you have the rebuild, because I was able to add that extra 10, roughly 10 by 10 feet. The old layout was like 19 by 11, 10 and a half, 11, roughly 11, I guess. And then I was allowed to annex. And when I did that, I decided I had enough problems with the old layout, the things I had learned that I didn't like and I did like. It just made more sense to tear down, restart with the new knowledge I had from the old layout and building it. So it just made more sense to do that than to try to continue to jerry-rig everything on the old layout. The aisleways were way too narrow. I had a duck under, just different things like that. Just track work was way more shoddy. I learned a lot better technique. Not that it was bad track work, but I learned better techniques while building that one that I was able to utilize so far on this one. Next, I've learned some things since starting this one. So, there you go. But thank you. Thank you so much. Very kind words. And I can't take credit for all this. Let me just say, to all you guys in this community too, your input, your suggestions, watching your videos, and how you guys do things, that's what I've learned how to do a lot. Is one, by doing, and two, by watching all your channels, watching how-to videos, and all that kind of stuff. So, some of like the bench work type stuff, some of the, I'm no professional carpenter or woodworker, but some of it to me is just things that I've done. I'm 51 now, so I mean, there's been things over the years that I've built, simple framework type stuff, and that's basically what these are, basic boxes. So, it's good. I'm having fun. Taking way too much time, you know. I spend too much time. I need to times take a break. And I do. You're not an old layout, you know. I would get into I don't know how I want to word it. You get into working on something, so you're constantly down here working on that project. And then when you feel like you're pretty well done with it, you're tired with it, then you move on. I would take a break until I got the next idea. And sometimes like I'll just scenic an area just to have some scenery down, basic scenery, and then sometimes I tear it all out. Because you finally get an idea on what you want to put there. And like you just get tired of looking at pink foam or bare plywood, you know. So I've done that too. Buddy of mine just texted me. I didn't even watch any football today. Apparently the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. Good for them. Who they playing? Anybody know? All right, Scott. Take it easy. I'm getting ready to sign out of here too. Like I said, dinner's ready, so we'll do that. So, all right. Maybe I'll get you guys in a little bit and sidetrack Sunday. Speaking to them guys. But now I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching my train run around. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Joe, good luck with the cement plant build. I'm sure you'll post some videos on that. I'm sure you plan on it, but I hope you do. I could really use some insight on how that gets built. All right, so I will talk to you. Have a good night, guys. Thanks again. Bye for now.